Goose me in the IPA. Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Brainmuffin with another beer review. So up today we have Goose Island out of Chicagoland and their IPA. This is a nice IPA. I've had it previously, at least it's been nice. Grassiness and everything else coming up to play. This is a very, I wouldn't call it a middle of the road or a safe IPA, but it's not an over your head, it's not a stone IPA, okay? It's not gonna take the enamel off your teeth, but look at that. Wow, I really poured too much. And it's like fresh cut grass with hints of pine cones. Except it doesn't make me sneeze. Now some of you are going to say that's the wrong kind of a glass for an IPA, and you are correct, which is why I have all the head kind of up at the top. But doing a lot of beer reviews and the other glassware is dirty. But man, this has been sitting out just enough time. You got nice hop malt backbone, and the hops, real grassy hops, some pine. It has a bit of a thickness to it. The hops linger in your mouth like they should. They're there. They're not really overly strong. Obviously, I'm just having this by itself, so it's just kind of linger. You're going to get the hops as you inhale and exhale. This is a really good, well balanced, enough malt and enough hops to make it an IPA. It's very clear for an IPA. Nice golden color, not a lot of over caramelization on the malt extracts, and so just a little bit. Bold hop finish, bright citrus aroma. I'm not getting citrus at all, but I get grass and pine, so maybe my sniffer's off today, so I don't know. But there are a lot of people cutting grass today, and that may be part of the problem. I had to finally close up all the windows. It's an okay day. It's not really warm, not really cold. So I had the windows open, and then everybody started to mow their lawns, and my sinuses, my allergies don't care for that, so I had to close the windows. But this is definitely a bacon cheeseburger with cheddar cheese and a nice kosher roll type of beer for me. This is one, and I think this is like and I give this a 4. That's what I've given it before. I want to say this thing's like 6 on the IPAs. I unlocked the badge, Road Harvest. Oh, look at that. So right now, Road to the Harvest Cascade, it looks like Goose Island is sponsoring some things on Untappd. So if you got some Goose Island beers, check into a promo. I'm going to have to actually look at this. But there's some stuff, Elk Island, including a ticket. Yeah, maybe not then. Elk Island Farms, Cascade Hops, yeah, okay, forget it. But close all cards. But that's great. This beer is, doesn't say on Untappd how much, what's the specifics about it. That's what I was looking for. Here we go, 5.9%, so it's around 6, and 55 IBU rating. So for an IPA, that's kind of in the middle range. It's not really real bitter. It's not really bad, but again, that nice malt backbone that it's built off of. But because there's not a lot of crystallization, there's not a lot of crystal malt, whether they use crystal malt separately or whether they're crystallizing the runoffs, I don't know. But it's kind of a bit more yellow than you would expect an IPA to be. And because of that, it's not as hoppy because it doesn't have that sweetness to really balance against. So it can't be as bitter. You get a bit more deep golden color, then you know you've got more sweetness, and that's when you're going to see your 65s and 70s in an IPA, because you've got that bitterness, that sweetness to counteract and balance against. If you didn't have that and you really made a beer bitter, it'd really be bitter. And if you didn't put the bitterness in it, and you had that sweetness, it'd be a very syrupy, sweet beer. With this one, yeah, I'm still not getting citrus at all. I don't know. Maybe I'm just off today, or maybe the hops were off when they made it. I don't know. But to me, it's just grass and pine, and it's like it's semi-chewy, and it's like right behind the teeth and just kind of lingers. That's why you get something like a cheeseburger with onions and stuff like that. Maybe even waffle fries. But you could also get some nice French fries with some kind of real heavy, you know, like a Cajun spice, some kind of rub on there with it to go against. Or, you know, just have your hot spicy Mexican food. IPAs would go really well with spicy food. Especially considering it was going to India, and the British soldiers were probably eating something spicy locally there in India when they had it. But anyway, but that is a good beer. It is a good introduction to IPAs. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of in the middle road. It's not really wimpy. It's not going to knock your teeth off, but it is going to be a bit of a hot bomb. If you're not used to that, it might be a bit much, but it is. If you're used to pale ales and other things that have a nice balance, but they're on the lower, so they're around 40, maybe 45 IBUs at most, and you want to step up, and usually those are more session beers, so you're talking 3.5%, 4.5%. You want to step up to something that's in the 6 range, because some IPAs are like 7, 8, 9%, and you start getting into doubles and stuff like that. Those get really, really hoppy, but then you're talking 10, 11, 12% alcohol. But a nice 6% is a good introduction. This is a great introduction to the IPA style. It fits very nicely into that category. And you know, it'll introduce you to some hoppier and maltier flavors and combinations, but it's not really, really over the top, but it's also not, I keep saying, not underneath. I like it. It's a middle of the road. I would say, and I don't mean middle of the road being safe. I mean, it's not a safe beer, but there's no real surprise here, and there's no expectations that are let down. So that's why I gave it a nice solid 4. It's not no Pliny the Elder or anything like that, but it's also not nearly as expensive or as rare. So I like it. I like it. And you know, so far with Anheuser-Busch buying them out and all that other stuff, they haven't screwed up anything too badly yet. And hopefully they'll continue to not mess with this. This was a great craft beer that sold out. Unfortunately, I do have friends who have sworn off Goose Island for life, and it's unfortunate. But hey. As long as they keep making beer, I might still keep buying it every once in a while. It's not a go-to beer anymore, or a brewery, but because of the sellout. But you know, they haven't screwed up anything yet. So as soon as they start screwing stuff up, I'll probably be joining my friends and never buying them again. All right. Thanks for clicking like. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the comments and suggestions. If there's a beer that you would like to see me review, please let me know. I have some other beers I got to get to. We got some suggestions. I just got 10 more beers for reviews. So obviously it's going to take some time to get all that shot, and I'm trying to get more and more local stuff. People are asking for local beers. We also have some local breweries here in the Cincinnati area. Fibonacci's like 10 minutes from my house. They don't bottle anything, so I got to figure out a way to do some kind of a review. Maybe maybe do it live on premises. I don't know. That would probably be a really interesting idea. It's very noisy there, so it'd have to be during off hours. So we'll see. Don't want to play fast and loose with any rules either. So here we go. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Untapped as Brainmuffin if you want. Links will be in the description. And thank you very much. And we will see ya. Bye. Or stay, but don't play a thing. This is going to be funny, except no one's going to get it. Told you no one would get it.